Fucking hell, the beard's getting big. So, daytime review. I've been slacking on my movie reviews for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. I still have to review this one. The collab kind of went off track with it a bit, but it was, yeah. So, we're going to do a movie review on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The Beginning, which is a prequel to the remake, the 2003 remake, so it's on that timeline. So, what do I think of this movie? I think it's a piece of shit. I don't like it. It's another fucking awful fucking installment into this franchise, and it's honestly, this is where they just needed to end it, because every movie after this has been dog shit. I don't like Leatherface, and I've already reviewed the 3D one, so I'm going to do a movie review on this. So it came out in 2006, it was in cinemas, theatres, whatever. It's the second, this is the second last theatrical one. The 3D one was theatrical as well, and then the other is direct to DVD, and the new one's coming on Netflix this week. So, yay! God, this beard needs a shave. I'm recording this on my phone because my camera's out of memory, and yeah. Anyway, basically the plot of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning, is basically years ago we see this woman giving birth, and her pregnancy, her water breaks or whatever, the old slaughterhouse, and then she starts to bleed, and she ends up dying and giving birth to Leatherface. The guy picks him up, throws him away. This woman ends up finding him, bringing him home to Arlie Ermey's character, who was the cop in the first remake. And I got the goddamn ugliest thing I ever seen. And he's not a cop, surprisingly. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, so suspicious. Sarcasm. Well, duh. Anyway, so, cut to years later, Leatherface is working in a slaughterhouse. We see how his very first victim that he kills, the guy is there talking, he's like, oh, you goddamn motherfucking retard, and all this shit. And Leatherface picks up a cleaver and starts beating him to death, and kills him. Brings him home, and we get to meet his family, and then we find out the guy, the Hugh family, wants to rule Texas. Like, oh, we got to rule Texas and all this shit. So, what ends up happening is there's a cop called out because they find some dead bodies and shit. The cop is played by that dude that was in the Rob Zombie's Halloween remake in the extended cut of that movie, or the unrated version. He actually raped someone in that. So he's talking, being a dick, and he's an unlikable cunt in this as well. He's like, oh, I'll tell you, goddamn. So he's talking to him and stuff. And Leatherface basically is walking with the chainsaw. The cop's about to shoot him. And then the guy pulls his shotgun out and shoots the cop, kills him. And then he puts the uniform on, and that's how he got the cop uniform. Oh my god, I needed to know that. Anyway, we then cut to our leads of the movie, which the main girl is played by the girl that was Elijah Wood's interest in The Faculty, which is a better movie than this, by the way. Robert Patrick was in that, wasn't he? Fucking hell, I forgot about that. So she's in this. She's with her boyfriend, making out, all this stuff, being happy, blah blah blah, and then he's an ex-war veteran ready to go into Vietnam. Yeah, because that's what I think of when I think of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Vietnam, which, honestly, actually, that would have been an interesting plot, but they don't go with it. Then, fucking what's it? The other guy is like, oh, I don't want to go, and she's talking to the blonde girl, and it's like, you should just tell him that you don't want to go, and all that. It's like, yeah, sure. So there's a bit of brother issues there, I guess. Anyway, so as they're driving or whatever, they're arguing about, oh, I don't want to go, I don't want to be in this fucking, I don't want to be going to Vietnam, you can get PTSD, all this sort of shit, and, they eventually crash into a fucking cow, and blood sprays everywhere and crashes over, and just before that they run into a biker gang. I've seen this before. Friday the 13th part 3, yeah. So this biker bitch tries to rob them, And then Early Army comes out and shoots her, and starts kind of just doing the same shit he done in the remake. Puts them in the back, starts acting really weird, um, brings people home, and then he ends up kidnapping the other two, hanging them on the thing. Guys, honestly, I know I'm just going through the movie, but this is the plot. Like I don't know. Like, this plot's all over the fucking place. So he hangs them up, starts torturing them. The girl's trying to break in, whatever. Um, yeah. Um, the biker dude gets picked up by the girl. They're running, trying to break in. Monty ends up getting shot. Old man Monty gets shot. Yeah, old man Monty's in it with his legs this time, and the fat bitch from the last one's in it. She gets fucking held against the door. Same actress and all, and the old woman is in it. Early Army. So a couple of the actors from the remake do come back, and essentially this fucking guy, he shoots Monty in the leg. He's like, oh god, I can't, it's gonna hurt, it's swollen. And then Leatherface basically comes out, oh yeah, oh, that's infected. He's like, that's infected. Leatherface comes out, saws his fucking legs off. Then he's put in a wheelchair. And then we get Leatherface again running after them, chases after them in a tow truck, as a tow truck comes. He chainsaws this motherfucker. He comes out and he chainsaws the fucking biker guy. They kidnap the boyfriend, and he has a gruesome death, and Leatherface fucking chainsaws and blood goes fucking everywhere. He takes the face off him, puts his face on. That's how he gets the fucking mask, his Leatherface. And then he goes, oh, I like your new face, and that type of shit. I'm like, alright. And then the bitch is trying to go in and stop her, and then you got the fucking dinner table scene again, and they're like, going crazy, and then Leatherface slits the girl's throat, whatever. Earlier on, this guy, they hang him up, and they're like, oh, we're gonna kill you if you don't. He's like, which one of you is the war hero? And then he eventually has a hero, like, no, not him, the blondie guy is like, no, I am, because he's putting fucking like plastic on his head, and he cuts a hole and stuff. And eventually Leatherface runs through then it just, right, she breaks in, right? Leatherface chases after the main character, runs through a fucking cornfield. There's a scene where we get the exact same fucking shot that is in the first movie, that's in the remake, of the low angle with the ass. Okay? And then they're chasing, he's running after, all that shit. The guy tries to stop him, and then Leatherface fucking gets a chainsaw, shoves it right through the guy. He's a gory fucking death. Chases after the woman, she gets in a fucking thing, she drives away. The guy also beforehand hits the cop, nearly killing him, the fake cop. Drives away, Leatherface is in the backseat, chainsaws right through her. She hits two people. Leatherface gets out, walks away, holding the chainsaw like it does on the other poster and earlier on in the movie. And then you hear the voiceover of the guy from the original and the remake doing the voiceover. And that is how the Texas Chainsaw Massacre started. And I'm like, fuck this fucking movie. Okay. Why do I not like it? Well, I don't like the characters. Number one, I thought the acting from the main leads was awful. Even the girl that was in The Faculty, she was good in The Faculty. She wasn't great in this. I thought like the two girls were bland. I'm not saying that in a sexist way. I feel like, the two Vietnam people, you could have done something interesting with it, but you didn't. And I know Rambo After Life said something similar in his reviews, that imagine a Vietnam veteran going to hunt down the fucking Hewitt family. That would have been a good plot, but no, they don't do that. It doesn't add anything to the fucking the remake. We see Leatherface pretty much fucked up for most of the movie. Then he gets the mask. It's a bit messy at the beginning because it goes through his origins. Then we cut to the new character, and his origins aren't even that fucking interesting. And at the beginning of the movie, it's literally just the intro of the movie, we get the title card, Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning, and it's just showing all the fucking people and all the things that have happened in the newspapers and people he's killed. So it just glosses through it. I don't like it ruins the mystery of the remake, or just in general. And even some of the stuff that it does explain, we don't need to know. We know that. We fucking know what happens. We know he gets his legs cut off. We know the guy's not really a cop. I know they don't really say it in the remake, but come on, we kind of guessed that. Do you know what I mean? Arlie Ermey was probably the best part about the movie. And the guy that played Leatherface was fine. Again, he was grand in the last one as well. He was pretty good in this. The one thing I will say is the kills are great. The kills are fucking the best part. There's great practical effects, there's gore. The girl getting her throat slit, the fucking guy getting chainsawed, which, like, the stuff they done, if you look at the behind the scenes footage, was fucking cool. Like, moving around and shit. Leatherface chainsaws the guy, like, the chainsaw goes right through him. He chainsaws the guy on the ground. And the death at the end, and it's gory as fuck. And I mean, it is kind of different that everybody dies, but we know everyone's gonna die because it's a fucking prequel. And there's nothing remotely interesting about it. You know? Nothing remotely interesting. The practical effects are great. But it's edited poorly. It's not shot very fucking well. It's a very dull and bland looking movie. It's boring. It feels like the same shit over and over again. The same fucking shots of girls she jumps out the window. Leatherface chases after her. Chases her through a fucking cornfield. Chases her through a fucking woods. They're going right through the woods. The biker guy and the girl. And it looks like something that was taken directly from the fucking remake. It's just nothing original. And even the mask, I don't like the mask. It's fucking dog shit. Like, and it's boring. Music isn't that good. And it's just a shitty, messy movie. I didn't like the way it was edited. I didn't even like the way it was shot. I didn't like the look of the movie. It didn't have a nice atmosphere to it. So I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. The best part is that it's gory. It's probably the goriest one since the second movie, to be honest. But the second one is my favourite. This is just fucking dog shit, to be honest. Like, how do we go from the original movie, which was a classic, to this pile of shit? And thank God I've one more to review after this until the new one comes out, then I have fucking two more to review. So, look, this is a bad movie. I think this is not the worst one. I think the 3D one is worse. But this is more boring than the 3D one, but I still think the 3D one's worse, and I still think Chainsaw Massacre 4 is worse. I do like this a little bit more than Leatherface, but I don't like Leatherface either. So yeah. But I love this DVD cover. I have to love the condition of this. And the uncut version's more gory. There's a couple more scenes. Not really much of a difference. Both versions are equally as shit, so yeah, but here's the front. And yeah, by the way, apparently I heard someone say that, not to me, but someone apparently said that saying front spine and back is very annoying. I'm like, that's fair enough, but I mean, like, do you want to see the DVD? Because I'll show it anyway. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm not going to get involved in the YouTube drama. Like, that's fair enough. If you think that, that's fine, honestly. Front spine. You can't really see that, but sure, fuck it, I'll show it in a DVD collection video or Blu-ray, whatever. Back, it's a 2-disc. I find the behind-the-scenes footage of this to be the best part. The theatrical and uncut versions of this are fucking shit. The uncut version is slightly better, but they're just equally as shit. The different scenes they added in were fine. They were shit. The gore, there's more gore, extended dialogue, that's about it. Yeah, so the uncut version is 92 minutes and the theatrical version is 89 minutes. So it's just 3 minutes extra footage. And the footage they added in was shit. So I've seen both versions, and this is my review for both versions. They're dog shit. So yeah, that was my movie review of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. At the beginning, I'm so fucking happy I have this done because it's been like, oh yeah, I have to still review this one. So hope you guys enjoy my review. I will see you guys later and bye.